Let's go. We're live, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Tyler Harmon. Now from Edmonton Impact. He's in the building. He just drove down from Gilbert, Arizona.
Yes, sir.
He's at the warehouse. I'm going to show him the new warehouse today.
Everything is amazing here. Look at this place. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's next
Love
level.
to see you in person.
Yep.
And now I'm going to be watching you all year long on Edmonton Impact. I'm not sure I would have thought I was going to be seeing you in an Impact jersey ever.
Yeah.
We've seen you in Dynasty. We've seen you in Heat. We've seen you in Bob Long. And now we're seeing you in Impact, baby.
Let's go, baby.
I'm so stoked to have you here.
Yeah, we got a crew, and we have the best sponsors in the game. We have the best support anybody could ask for. So super grateful. And obviously, I never imagined that I would be back with Impact as well. But the stars aligned, and we made it happen. And I got to say, much love to the Heat family, everybody that supported me on that journey. One of the greatest organizations in paintball, and I'll never forget my time with Heat as well.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so awesome that you're staying with an HK camp too, because obviously we're boys since forever, and even since when you got yourself on Dynasty, but we were there to help. You're like, I'm never leaving the HK camp. I love you guys, da da da. And you had a lot of options to go to a lot of places, and you stuck through, and you're still with HK. So we appreciate that.
You and this family and this company mean everything to me. It's a timestamp in this game, and we've been together since the day one.
Let's go. Since day one, Tyler.
So we got the PB Fashion stamps back on.
Hey, if you know, PB Fashion.
And I would give it all up for you guys. I'll probably quit playing paintball before I ever quit being sponsored by
That's
HK.
right. So all you other companies, you hear that shit? It's a wrap.
But yeah,
hell yeah.
The sharks were in the waters. It got kind of crazy.
They were going for you. They wanted that hype, baby. Trust me.
It's been one of the most insane off seasons we've ever seen.
Non-stop action.
It's crazy. Obviously, super excited to be back with my boy PTG Marcelo.
Yep.
Going to be running around on the field together. Mouse. We picked up the legend, of course.
Rainy,
the whole crew,
everybody.
Yeah, we
Dalton. They're saying it's the OG Aftermath squad plus Tyler.
and I actually played for Aftermath as well, so I have
for a little bit. Oh, so it is the OG Aftermath squad.
Yeah,
Let's
I played in I think it was like 2009.
Yeah,
and me and Mouse were on the team together.
Sick.
Just running rackets. We had Bobcat on there.
Yeah, Bobby. We miss you, Bobby.
Love you, man.
We miss you, Bobby. So I got to talk to you about this. Okay, so look, we've seen a lot of God squads come together. This is top tier talent. It's hard to get a lot of this top tier talent to gel together.
Of course.
And instead of working, Mouse is in his own lane, you're in your own lane, Marcelo's doing his own thing. It's hard to get this top talent to gel and work together. Mm-hmm. What do you think your goal, as Tyler, is to make this team gel? Or do you think there'll be a problem gelling, or because of Dave, Baines, and everyone that it's not going to be a problem?
Yeah.
Or do you see, because I do got to ask that, because we've seen this even in the NFL, the NBA. You try to build these God squads, and then sometimes it doesn't work the way you think.
Of course. Yeah. And we have seen that quite a bit.
Yeah.
You got to stay in the moment. You can't apply pressure to things. You know what I mean? They have to be fluid. They have to be natural. We have a lot of natural chemistry. I don't know if everybody out there knows that, but these are my best friends in the world. We've been playing pro ball since we were knee high to a grasshopper out there.
That's right.
Running around with the markers that were bigger than us.
That's true.
We all have gone our separate paths and separate ways and been successful in this sport and in this game. And to have the opportunity to reunite that friendship and reunite that energy is going to be, I think, very powerful. And we're just having fun. I actually don't know if you know this as well. Dave Baines from NorCal. I grew up in NorCal. I was raised in Modesto. Played out at Extreme. Shout out to Extreme. Major love to Rich Telford and everybody that's involved with Extreme Paintball. And Dave Baines would be out there every Wednesday. And I would be out there when I was like 12 years old, training with Dave, training with Rich, training with Thomas when he first got on Excessive, training with all the dogs from NorCal.
The Naughty Dogs.
Well, they would come down. Yeah. They would come down too. I played for the Naughty Dogs.
Dude, everybody, dude, you were with the crew up there.
Yeah, that was with Rocky and Raymond.
Rocky Newt.
Even, we had Mikey Lou, Colt. Was Colt 45.
Yeah, Colt 45,
He was on the team back in the day, his original Naughty Dog.
Hell yeah.
But me and Dave have a lot of history. He probably knows me better than anyone in the world, maybe, because he's watched me since I was 12 years old. my entire career roll out, and now we get to bring that full circle. And I'm back. And shout out to Twisted Factory when I was in divisional. Twisted Factory, Dave Bain guested with us on Twisted Factory. We won an event in Chicago.
That team was badass, by the way, dude.
We had a crew, and we're just gonna bring the family together. My dad's also not been very well, so send prayers to my pops.
Absolutely.
He's the man. I'm going to be able to see him a lot more because I'm going to be at Sacramento, Capital Edge Paintball Park.
Let's go. You know that.
Get in there.
Hell yeah.
And so I'll be able to see Pop some more too.
Dude, that's awesome. So obviously I know this, but I just wanted to bring that up to everyone. The chemistry between you, Mouse, Marcelo, Rainey is just, and then now Dave, obviously that part of the team is, I don't see any issues. You guys are going to.
Let me just say, I'm not the coach. I have the utmost faith in our organization, in our coaching staff, in our ownership to field any players and be highly successful, because that's what our camp is built on. We have hungry individuals that want to win tournaments. And when you have that, you have a lot of, fun, and you just don't force things. I guess that's the best thing I could say is just let things happen. Let it flow. Let it be natural. Go out there and play paintball. If you follow the process, if you don't look at results, and you are hungry to be in a process and evolution, you're going to get phenomenal results out of that. That's right. We'll stay on that path.
Dude, I love that. Dude, for us too, when we were playing with HK, the best results we ever had when we were just out there having fun. We try to get the coach. We try to be all serious. This is us. We weren't ever playing professional.
It's a balance.
It is a balance. But for us, we were like, we're like, all right, let's go out there. Let's not be scared. Let's hit these spots. And all of a sudden, we're making spots. We're killing people. We're having the best time.
Yes.
When we had the coach and everything all crazy, and I get it. Like, it was a different thing. We would blow it. We would get to Sunday and then mess up, or like,
because it's like a dance. Paintball is like a fluid. It's a fluid dance that you have to be in a rhythm of. If you're not in that rhythm, and you can really, once you start to get to higher levels of this game, you can feel the riffs, and it's like music almost. When I play paintball, I can see like riffs happening in the game, and you have to be able to read those tunes and be in tune with your players to make the right decisions at the right time.
Dude, I love that.
That's when you get the results.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. So you first get on Houston Heat. Well, first you're on Dynasty. And then you had a good
Dynasty for 8 years.
You had a good run with Dynasty. Amazing. A lot of wins, a lot of stuff. And then we get on Heat. You get on Heat. You guys win that first event that you came to.
Yeah.
And then that Heat we saw till, how long were you on Heat? 3 years?
Yep.
To this last year with Heat where we weren't seeing those same results. Yeah. What do you think changed there? If
we were always in the running for a championship. We had multiple finals appearances. So, most teams will never see the finals. Yeah. And for us to also...
We're a top tier team. First off, I don't want you to... I'm not dogging you guys at all. But you guys came in, you got a solid win, and you guys were up there, and you guys...
Not to par with what we require.
Right.
What we need from the organization is championships. Right. Wins. That's the only thing that we're chasing is wins. So anything less than that is a failure. And I do feel like we did fail, and it's something that I'll have to live with. And it's taught me a lot about myself and who I am, and being persistent on the chase of these dreams that we're all after. But it was a great camp, and it was a great time, and I love every single member of Heat. Mama D, Sarge, some of the best people in the world. All the people that helped bring the whole Heat family to life, some of the best people in the world. So my heart goes out to everybody, because I'm going to miss seeing you guys out there. I'll see you at the tournaments. Obviously, you're probably not rooting for me in quite the same way you were before, but it is what it is.
Yeah, wants to know if you're going to miss him. I had to ask you.
Of course. Come on.
I let him see. Okay, so, and then, because I got people that were requesting me to ask you some things. Was Marcelo, are you the mastermind behind this move? So that obviously Marcelo's your partner with Play the Game podcast, which is crushing it.
Neither of
you guys come up with this idea. So hey, business partners can now play together.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Let's hear it. We want to hear it.
Shout out to Rainey.
Rainey was the poker boy.
Rainey is the mastermind. I didn't even know any of this was happening during the season, even after the season. And then they, said, what do you think about this? And before I'm going to say anything to anybody, and this goes to any organization, I'm not even going to be in talks of possibly making a move to your team without communicating with my team. So I told my team that I'm no longer going to be a part of the organization. Kind of entered a free agency because there was multiple different avenues that I was looking at.
Yep.
And I chose to stick with HK Army, chose to stick with the gang, chose to stick with the boys, and super grateful.
Dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rainey got his little claws in there, did his little poker magic. Hey, I'll tell you this. Me and Myers, I asked you to come out to the anniversary game.
Yeah.
It was their 16th year, 17th year. I'm out there, and fucking Rainey's out there, and I'm like, what's Rainey doing? And the night before, Rainey's at the basketball game with Dave. Yeah. I'm looking at him, I'm like, he's like, well, Mouse was supposed to drive up with me, but Mouse couldn't make it. I'm like, something fishy's going on. But I didn't know exactly what was happening, and then all the news came out.
He came on PTG. We had him on like after all the news broke.
Okay.
He kind of broke that news.
Oh, he did? Okay. Well. Okay.
But like shout out to Rain Dance.
Let's go, Rain Dance.
And thank you to everybody who watches PTG and tunes in. As you can see, we've partnered with HK as well. So we're hyping all
those commercials, baby.
Getting it.
You guys are you guys are awesome. You had one of my favorite fighters from the UFC on there, the Hawaiian sensation, Max Holloway, dude. He plays paintball. He plays airsoft in Hawaii.
Yep.
We sent him a little care package too because he was already rocking HK just on his own.
Yeah.
So I was so happy you guys had him on.
Legend.
Was that did he have some cool stuff to say?
Dude, it was unreal. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch
Max Holloway, Play the Game podcast. Insane. This is a top tier professional athlete.
The cool thing about having these top tier pros on, from the NFL to the UFC that we've had on the show, is when they talk about how difficult paintball is. Because when I hear them say that, it validates this crazy game that we play. I know how difficult it is. The weekend warriors know how difficult it is. But when you talk to somebody just in your everyday life, they think, oh, he's going out there shooting some jelly balls and
no,
he's messing around. It is one of the most difficult sports you will ever play. When you have to run, communicate, dive, duck, dodge, you got to crawl, then you got to
know when to move, not when to move. Yeah. There's a lot going on in your head.
Non-stop. So it's really taxing on the body. And to hear Max Holloway, to hear
Montgomery said this. David Montgomery, I heard him. He was like, bro, I play as a professional running back in the NFL. And it's the hardest thing I've ever done, dude. How do you do it?
Which to me is like, boom.
Yeah. You know? And you're out there stunting in this thing.
Moment. That's a moment.
That's incredible. Yeah. That validates right there.
It does. It adds a lot of texture to our game, which we need because people still don't give this game the credit it deserves.
Sure, that's fact.
And that's my mission. That's why we're all here.
Yep.
I will never stop trying to highlight this game because I know what it's done for my life and so many people out there. It's a life.
I'm getting goosebumps. Like, it's changed my whole life. I got to see things and go places and just be a part of things I never would have without paintball.
That's right, dude.
It was always there when I needed it. And I'll be here till the death of me for paintball.
And it's like, we need to make sure people know about this game. So everybody keep doing your thing.
Baby.
You guys have been hyping the game up. Let's keep it rolling. There's a lot of eyes on the game. So let's see what we can cook up,
Okay, so we're going to keep going into this.
Yeah, let's run it.
The offseason has been absolutely fucking bananas, has it not?
The craziest.
It's been one move. We're like, okay, Tyler leaves, Rainey, this, that. Dynasty, can we just get into this? This is getting fucking picked apart left and right. Archie leaves. Who else leaves? Chris leaves.
We had him on the GOAT show last night. Yeah. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, shout out Chris.
Yeah, baby.
Chris sure leaves. Archie leaves.
SK on the show last night
leaves.
too. Yeah.
Like, are we worried about Dynasty at all? Is the dragon been slayed? Is it over?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Ryan's gonna be there till the death of him. Fragey, all these guys.
Well, see, this is the special
Ryan's getting a little older though now, no?
They all are. Yeah. They all are. But I bet you they got a little pep in the step. They got a little fire in the engine. That's what happens.
It restarts their asses.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta start rocking and rolling again.
They're hungry individuals. Yeah. Don't ever sleep. Listen, when I step onto that pro paintball field, they all get the same treatment.
Yeah.
I don't treat anybody differently. Maybe a couple out there, but it's like, for the most part, it's a equal game of the way I approach it.
Yeah.
Don't ever sleep on those guys.
Yeah. I never personally would.
On any like top tier players that can do what they've been able to do, that's in the hardware system.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to emulate that and keep that rolling.
Yeah.
It's going to take some gumption and some grit, but I think that we might see a little bit of a blip because they have to catch a new rhythm with the team. They have to catch a whole new, everybody's got to get to know each other and that has to happen. So that could be the only thing, but I think long term they'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
So to lose a guy like Archie, you know what I mean? And
they're all irreplaceable. All the players and the coach, everybody that they lost, they're irreplaceable. They're all top tier players.
Yeah, exactly. So you still see them being a Sunday team?
I would still see them being a Sunday team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Look, I'll never, as long as Ryan can move his goddamn legs, you got to watch out for goddamn Dynasty.
And Frazier, don't sleep on
Frazier's
Frazier.
a stunner, bro. Danny sends me clips all the time. Frazier just one ball on people, bunkering people. They all still got it. So
It's in here, man.
it's all in there.
They got the mind.
I got to tell you this. I don't know if anyone looked at it on the roster with Kyle Berry and these new guys. There was a guy named Oliver Ling on the roster for 25. What do you think? Look, Oliver ain't looking. Oliver's looking a little older. He's looking thicker than a Snicker.
That boy is good.
But it's still up here.
That boy's good for life.
So we might see Oliver Ling back just for some hype. I don't know, but
That'd be like if you told me Michael Jordan was going to hit the court. I'd still be like, that boy's still good.
hey, right?
He still got it.
Yeah.
You know, he might be a little slower or whatever, but he still got it. And sometimes it's crazy in this game. Maybe you go a little slower and the lane misses you, or it's like
it's actually better.
Yeah,
because they're shooting like you're fat. You're shooting like you're Swaggy K, and Oliver's coming back a little bit long.
And that's the king, man.
Yeah.
Oliver's without a doubt, unarguably greatest of all time.
100%.
His lineage.
We all looked up to him. I did, at least as a kid.
What he paved, and I feel so blessed to have been able to apprentice with him for like so many years with Dynasty.
Yeah, he was heavy in it when you were there.
Yeah, we shared a lot of like just super powerful conversations and moments. He came up to Shasta, had
You showed him around up there, right? Yeah.
we did a sweat lodge.
Yeah.
We did we jumped into this, we broke through the ice. It was in the wintertime. Did this sweat lodge, indigenous lodge, where you go in and you're reborn essentially. They take the rocks, they light them on fire, get them as hot as they can. They bring them in, bring the water from the stream, and it's pitch black. You can't see the hand in front of your face. And if you're up here, it feels like your face is melting off. So you have to go down to the ground to get air.
Yeah, it's that hot.
It was me, my mom, Oliver, and I think that was it. I think it was just us three.
Dude, I want to do that with you guys one time.
But people were like, "Get me out of here!" They're like,
I'm dying, boys.
And there's like multiple times during that experience where people are like screaming, shrieking, like, "Get me out of here!" You can't see anything, and it is hotter. I can't explain how hot this sauna. It's like a sweat.
Did Oliver stick it out with you in that thing? Yeah,
we all did. All
Dude,
three
that's
of us.
sick. So
Yeah.
you've experienced some on and off the field good stuff with Ollie. Like, yeah.
That's what creates the timeless memories and the lasting friendships, and like that's something that we have already naturally ingrained in this Impact iteration.
Yeah.
And I've played with Impact before earlier in my career as well.
So you played with the Canadian boys?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So I'm stoked to be back with the gang and CJC and see everybody. Like
JC's a dog, dude.
Bros and Nasty.
Dude, the brother, the Yakamax.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah.
So did you play back when what's his name was on the team? The tall
Josh Davey.
Josh Davey.
Yeah, one of the most stylistic.
Dude,
yeah,
because he was tall like me, just as tall as me, and he would move down that field, and you too. I'm like, damn, Josh Davey is so good.
So he came up on Oakland Assassins.
Yeah.
With Danny Miller.
Yeah.
Him and Josh Davey.
Woo.
My best friends when I was like 14.
Assassins.
I just turned pro. You know what I didn't realize, Marky, that I just figured out recently is that I turned pro when I was 13.
13, is that the official age?
2 months before my 14th birthday.
13 years old.
For some reason, it got written in a magazine. It said 14, and I just was like, oh, 14. But it's actually 13 years old.
Pro, professional.
And I've been playing nonstop for 32 or it's 22 years.
And that's why you're one of the best in the goddamn world, baby. And just so we all know, he's wearing a sweatshirt. He's in the best shape of his goddamn life right now. How old are you right now?
35.
35. He looks absolutely insane. Perfect shape. You're taking care of yourself. You're not playing this season.
Well, me and the kids, I got Theo. He's training hard. I'm training with him. We go to the field. I put on my cleats. I do my stuff. He does his stuff. He's into soccer.
Yeah.
So I help him with
You
drills.
guys are both doing
I got Max.
metrics and
we do plyo. I take him on long runs. And then
you're building a little beast, dude.
by the time he's done, he's like, "You go ahead, Dad. You go ahead."
Dad, you keep going.
All right, do some push-ups. And then I keep going. He does some push-ups.
That's awesome. You let him be part of that with you.
Yeah,
That's
we're building together,
That's so awesome.
And that's, dude, the most surreal thing about this whole thing is like it's all about family, and to be able to be a part of this family, be a part of the Impact family, and jump into 2025 with some steel. Let's go get it.
You're part of some good families. It's a good spot to be.
Yeah, man.
If you're playing professional paintball or paintball in general.
I am legitimately one of the most lucky people on the planet to be able to just play this amazing sport and have the best people around, like on all
for
fronts.
any level, paintball, business levels, family, whatever you need. You got a good circle around you right now, so
it's inspiring.
You deserve it. So
thanks, brother.
Couple more paintball things because I got to keep getting into this because the offseason was psycho. Tauntauns.
Yeah.
So we lose Fetty.
Yeah.
They lose Fetty. They release Fetty. Whatever it is.
He's a beast.
I love Fetty. I don't care what they say. I don't care anything.
He's a beast.
I love Fetty, and he's fucking good at paintball.
Nasty.
So Fetty gets released for whatever reason, and Tauntauns are in the NXL now.
Yep.
You have what's his name with Tauntauns? Axel.
That's right.
So Axel and Fetty used to play together on Art Chaos. Art Chaos has won a World Cup and won a lot of events.
Yeah.
I think this sparks Fetty to fucking pull his head out of his ass and play the best paintball he's ever played. Dude. I think he's coming for blood right now and to prove to everyone that he's no joke.
Without a doubt.
I don't know what was off that heat with him. I don't know if it was coaching or what, but he was off a little bit. Something was messing with his head. I think he's going to come out and Tauntauns might be a problem.
For sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't
you think so?
He's going to be hungry. He's going to be
That's what I feel like.
Yeah. And you can never, just like I was saying about.
Axel's a dog in the snake, and Axel's a dog too.
One of the best players on the field when he's
little
out there.
fucker can move, man.
Yeah. And he's this tall. So
Dude,
it's just.
and he hits like double backflips. Like he's a problem.
Him and Berdnikov, they're
Berdnikov.
one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
And, when you're at the top level of anything, you want to watch people who are doing top level stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm super inspired by their movements, by the way that they process information, make decisions. And then, you can't sleep on the gunfighting is insane. That's where the real craziness starts to happen when you get close quarter and get into those gunfights.
Yeah, right. That's where the action is.
Yeah.
So because you played with obviously Oliver and Fetty, you and Fetty had a good relationship.
I love Fetty.
Yeah, you love Fetty. Yeah.
We had an amazing relationship, and I'm gonna miss playing alongside of him. One of the most disgusting players ever, dude. The guy does some of the things where, like I talked about, moves and studying players who are impressive. He's one of them.
Yeah. He's insane. Like him and Oliver would be like, as growing up, we were watching these two battle out. Obviously, you were there too, but that was like the
two best in the
the
world.
Russia versus USA. There used to be those battles back USA. Like I was like, what? And Fetty was with the Russians, and Oliver was with Dynasty, and there was these big battles. I remember it all. Like,
dude, some of the most legendary games of all time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't sleep on Fetty either. That's all I'm saying. And Fetty still looks good. He's still healthy. He's in great shape. So.
And you have to keep in mind, there's been a lot going on in the geopolitical landscape.
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot of that too, that no one understands on the back end.
Like that, I can't even imagine. And we've had some conversations, and I love you so much, Fetty. Wish you luck on your journey, brother. And
love Fetty.
Yeah, to where it's like, you got to have some empathy too. And there's a lot. All of us on this planet are going through a lot, man. It's not easy out there for anybody. And I have tough days. Mark, I know you have tough days.
Dude, a lot that I don't tell anybody. You guys would know, but no one knows. We all do.
So we got to as we move into these crazy times, because it is going to get weird.
Yeah.
Let's just try to remember to be as empathetic as we can and understand that maybe you don't know everything. Maybe you don't see it from all angles, and we're all human. We're all trying to make a way in this world, so let's take a breath and, make sure that we support each other.
Amen to that. That's just straight facts right there. 100%. Yeah. Spot on right there. That was spot on. I love that. No, that's so true. Yeah, you don't see what a lot of people are going through. And we don't need to get into Fetty's business or anyone's, but trust me, there's always something going on behind the scenes that you don't know.
But best believe, Tauntauns are going to be...
They come in hot, baby.
You got to watch out for. Yep. And they have, I think they only kept one player from FSU. They merged with that squad. Yeah. So it'll be mostly the Tauntauns, one FSU player, and then they picked up Fetty, and that's a beast team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got Damage that's coming for Impact, baby. They want all the smoke. They took SK, who was on the Play the Game podcast yesterday. Marcelo was chewing him out.
It was getting crazy in there.
So Tauntaun or Damage, they're making some pretty solid moves. They have a good squad already.
Oh yeah.
I know Russians and people were trying to take Swaggy and some other people. There was a lot of back end deals trying to happen, but they were able to keep their guys.
Talk about loyalty, right?
Yeah, that's loyalty right there. Those
straight up
Florida boys sticking together
always.
And then they pick up. So do you know anything? Because why do they need SK? Wasn't there already Joey? Like what's the reasoning for SK?
Yeah, that
I'm not in tune with all that stuff, but just out of curiosity.
I just know that they have history. They've worked together before.
Yeah.
They love each other. They're best friends. So
they knew it was a good move.
And what SK can bring to the table is obviously crazy analytics. He studies and knows the game better than just about anybody. But Joey's the same way.
Yeah, Joey's already, to me, I thought was solid. So what's the reason for SK?
Honestly, I don't have like all the details.
There must be, there's something we don't know. Like obviously we're not as close with them. Yeah, they are. So it's all gonna be good. There's nothing wrong with picking up SK. Trust me. That's
No.
only a win.
Yeah, and I know that every time I play Damage, they scout me to a T. Them and Impact were a couple of the teams that would scout me just meticulously.
Exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, there would be multiple times where I'm like, damn, they're putting two or three on that spot, and making sure that they get me.
That's where you gotta fuck with them. You know SK's watching, and then right when you go, boop, it's pushing up on them. I got you, bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the mind games, at the top, and you gotta shift gears.
Okay, I gotta talk about this because at World Cup, these new kids on the block, Paintball Fit, come to town. They had to beat Damage. They had Dynasty all year long. They were up Dynasty. They were taking Dynasty down. They had to beat Damage, and they had to beat another top team. It wasn't Heat. Anyways, they had to work for it till they got to Impact. They get to Impact, World Cup, first and second. There's literally 1 minute left. These guys come back after down by 2 and win.
Yeah.
They beat Impact. It's insane. Big ups to them. I was on the podcast with I said they weren't going to win shit. They did. Look, I was wrong. You guys ball out every single weekend. Shout out Paintball Fit, all you guys. You've been grinding. You're new young blood, and I love it. And it just really sparks everyone to be better because these kids are out here and they love it.
I'm proud of
it. It's not about money. It's not about anything. They like to play paintball.
That's right.
And I got to give it to them when I can because I was talking shit. I was wrong. Good shit. That's the facts.
Yeah, and
I'm not gonna.
There's no two ways about it. But don't forget who started that. Like, I don't want to boast too much, but what they're doing is not something new. We came up that way. That's how we came up.
Of course.
We paved that road.
Yeah, nonstop grind.
What it's all about.
Nonstop grind.
Nonstop grind. Yeah. But what I do got to say is it's a threefold thing with that camp. That camp has the conscious mind of doing the work.
Yeah.
Right? Conscious mind doing the work. Meticulous. The subconscious mind understands what they've put into it. There's a lot going on inside of there. And praise God, I hear them lifting up the Lord's name out there on the field, doing it for big reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Bigger than anything.
And they have a beautiful family as well, and they're doing it for the family. Yeah. There's a lot of energy in that.
A lot of energy.
Okay, so that's
family owns the field, owns the team, a lot of family, a lot of energy.
Yeah. The third fold is you got the subconscious, you got the conscious, then you got their self-identity, right? The self-identity of that crew is that of a winning identity, right? They smashed all the way through semi-pro, smashing people, like 5 wins to the same team in the finals, Blast Camp.
Yeah.
That's not something that happens easily.
Yeah.
So you got that trifold pedigree with that self-identity of winning, and now you moved it into the pro division, but the identity is still the same.
Yeah.
The movement's still the same. They're a hardworking group of people, and they've changed the meta in the current day of paintball, which I'm super proud of you all for doing that because you have changed this whole paradigm of paintball now. It shifted. It moves different now.
Yeah.
So, but you also be ready for new chapters, and it's always evolving. It's always evolving. And it's going to be exciting, man. I'm stoked to see.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see
The talk of the town was Bart got mad. They beat Impact. So Bart shut out his wallet and he picked up the best of the best. So now Tyler's coming out to whoop that ass, boys.
So it's just serendipity. I don't know. The fact that this team has formed in the way that it did with the timing and the way that it all fell together is serendipity. I don't even know how to put the words on it because the Diesel thing was doing its thing.
Right.
Marcelo doing his thing, me doing my thing. We've got all these different facets, that are going on. And then Rainey, of course, Damage doing his thing.
Yeah.
And they all kind of went through a shift simultaneously. And it just opened up this chamber where it's like, okay, if we're going to build, let's build.
And here we are.
Yeah.
This Impact team has to be the most elite team that might go down ever in history with this squad. So I'm beyond excited to watch 2025 all year long. I'm going to be there watching you guys. It's going to be absolutely insane. Before I let you go, you've shot a Lux for how many years? The last 3 years, 4 years?
Yep.
Now you're a Planet.
Yep.
You're actually shooting MR.H, Karami, R5.
Yeah, the R5.
How are you liking it?
It's amazing. And
Because it's a completely different gun.
It's crazy.
You like the shot? You
So
like the
came up, I actually won multiple championships with Dynasty shooting Planet Eclipse when I first joined the team. We went on a good little run there.
That's right. Yeah.
That was when we first joined with HK,
Yeah.
that whole timeline.
Yeah. Oh,
And so I enjoy the platform. I'm going to miss DLX, a great platform as well. Anytime you spend a lot of money on a paintball marker,
it's going to be a great gun.
you're going to get a great gun. All guns are going to, break paint. All guns are going to do this. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is no matter what, you're going to have a good marker if you spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
And to be with Planet Eclipse and everything that you guys are doing, the cuts on the R5 are next level.
They're still the sickest cuts in the game. I don't care.
And you guys just dropped the shredder.
The shredder
with Idol.
Yeah, the DLX shredder, which Jacob, who's upstairs, is just absolutely a god with with the way he can work these cuts and angles. Yeah, let's go, Jacob. He's upstairs drinking whiskey because it's Friday. It's Friday. We're letting him live a little bit. So if the next gun doesn't look good, we know why. It's too much whiskey, Jacob.
Let him live. Let him live.
But it's good to see you back with Planet, shooting the Planet. I mean, like you said, it doesn't matter. You can't go wrong with either gun. But
yeah, and they are top tier.
It's the best.
Planet
of the
Eclipse
best.
is top tier.
They're the best.
They're putting together some crazy cuts, some crazy markers. The bolt engineering is crazy.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And a little birdie told me there might be a T-Harm signature series Eclipse gun coming, boys. So
Might see that.
let's just keep that light. But
We're gonna have a meeting right now. We're
gonna have a meeting after this. Keep your wallets ready, boys. Let's go. And then secondly, we've been working and striving really hard to up our game on the paint. I know last year we had some of the best paint we've ever had. Yeah. You shot it.
Yeah, even
We've been working hard. We've had Bretto sitting in that goddamn factory and said, make the paint the best you can. And I think all last year we were obviously producing great paint because we were selling out, and we had literally at World Cup we sold out. We had to stop selling tickets. So
that's right. Shout out to Bretto, the AKA Time Bomb.
Time Bomb, baby, PB Nation.
Let's go, Bretto. Yeah, there was even people who were asking, man, can we get some HK? We need to shoot some of that because it was the best shooting paint of the season, without a doubt. World Cup, all the events was phenomenal.
Yeah, this whole year we worked extremely hard to get everything dialed in.
It showed in the quality, and Bretto has taken it upon himself to really dive in and really take that next level of care, and it's showing in the product.
Hell yeah, 100%. And then last but not least, we're pushing hard with Hostile Airsoft, our airsoft division. I know you're friends with Theo Griezmann out in Europe, but whether it's here or in Europe or whatever, we got Ronnie to go out, we got Yaya to go out. Would you go play one time?
We're going.
You gotta play.
We're going.
You said you used to play when you were a kid.
Go see some football.
Yeah. And then go play some airsoft.
Yeah.
Immediately. At least we'll go to France and have some fun. We didn't get to see you in Amsterdam. Good thing you missed that. It got a little crazy for the boys.
It's a mess.
Okay. Anyways, we're out of here, Tyler. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you play on Impact with all the boys, which are all my good friends too. So this is the team right here. I feel the vibrations. I feel the vibe. I'm excited. We're gonna go load his car up with a skid of paint. We're gonna fill the whole thing up.
Practice on practice
we're
on
out of
practice.
Here, boys. Impact 2025.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.